Servusen und herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge Return Monkey Island oder Returns und ein Duplo für mich. So, wir müssen in den Knast. So war der Knastgefängnis.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read. It makes things look bigger. I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Sehr gut.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hi. This is the number for the jail cell lock. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Haben wir den jetzt? Yep.
This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells.
Aber vorher?
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid! Darn it! I've been trying to inventory the spiders, but they keep eating each other, and I have to start over.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
Den holen wir auch noch raus.
Hot diggity, what a day, huh?
Ja, Diggity. Geht ihr hier auch?
No thanks, I'm about to be acquitted. Escaping looks bad.
Egal. Ich werde dir mal einen Schlüssel besorgen.
Most of this serial number has been rubbed off.
Music just makes you want to tap your feet, doesn't it?
Okay, jetzt haben wir den befreit, aber was hat's genutzt? So, nochmal.
Hey, kid!
In die Zelle wollte er ja nicht rein,
I'll
gell?
stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
Du hast doch einen Schlüssel.
No offense, but I want to be sure.
Wir brauchen einen Splitter von dem Holz. Muss ich da nochmal in die Bar oder gibt's hier irgendwo einen Baum? Habt ihr was gesehen? Wald. Ich war noch gar nicht im Wald, gell?
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Aha. Eigentlich brauche ich nur einen Splitter. Von irgendeinem Baum.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
Hi there. Welcome to the Mêlée Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Mêlée Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
There's some very tiny writing on it. Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Hä?
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Von Francis, right? Ich glaube, das aber nicht.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Okay. Oh,
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here on
ich war
Mêlée.
beidhändig. Kann man hier nichts klauen?
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me.
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
Und haben wir denn hier?
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number 1 on Fat Island at the
Spoiler.
time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
Ja, was haben wir denn noch hier? Hier, da ist noch so fett.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Mêlée jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
So, was haben wir hier noch?
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
Right, so you wear a peg leg despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
I have a look around. Hier ist nichts mehr außer eine Tür.
It's locked.
It's locked.
There's tiny writing. New serial numberless lock.
Schreibt er die jetzt nicht auf? Okay, ich konnte irgendwie nichts klauen hier. Und die hier konnte er auch nicht, gell?
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Probier mal was aus.
This key doesn't fit.
Der passt überall, das ist der Knastschlüssel.
It doesn't fit.
What? Is something wrong?
Well, I was just wiping a smudge off the glass.
Oh, all right. But be careful. Guard parrots are attack trained.
Ja, wir brauchen eine Karte für den Wald, um dieses Holzstück zu bekommen. Kann man auf Map gehen? Nee. Auch nicht. Da lang gehen. Hier lang gehen. Ich gehe einfach mal da lang. Da lang gehen. Da lang gehen.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Okay. Was gibt's denn noch hier alles? Museum, Wald. Dogs, Ausguck. Dogs. Hier war ich noch nicht bei der Werft.
Wow, it's worse than I imagined.
Komische Werft, da ist ja nix. Was ist das für ein Zettel?
The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
Oha.
The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Ja, genau.
It
den
says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships. I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. It always looks bigger on this side of the island. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
Ein Eimer.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. It's a dried up old sea sponge.
Kann man damit die Fenster putzen? Schwamm drücken.
It's good for relieving stress. It's good for relieving stress.
Nee.
This used to be such a bright, cheery place.
Da geht's nicht weiter, oder?
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
Oh. Okay, weiter gibt's hier nichts. Also da drin war ein
The window's all
Zahnbürste.
boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Wie kommt man denn dann da rein? Na gut. Jetzt bin ich langsam aufgeschmissen. Hey. Mob herstellen, ja. Splitter. Da muss ich wahrscheinlich von seinem Mob Splitter nehmen, oder? Nee, Dogs. Nochmal rein da. Halt. Was für ein Buch?
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like some...
Im hinteren Teil der Scumbar ist. Im hinteren Teil der Scumbar ist Keller, ein riesiger Wal, die Küche. Und jetzt? Ja, und jetzt? Na gut.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
It'll turn out to be a t-shirt or something.
What's that you're drinking?
Large, get lost.
What's that you're drinking?
Large, get lost.
Don't look now, but I think there's a leech on your chin.
Buzz off.
Oh, der ist neu.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
Los, naja gut. Wieso auch nicht? Loderndes Feuer.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames. Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the Governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called, or know what's in it, or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Was sagt er, dass das Gericht, wo sagt er, wo er das Gericht gegessen hat, das du machen solltest?
Oh, where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
Wenn ich dir das Rezept...
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
Kann ich dich noch einmal nach dem Mob fragen, den ich machen muss?
Can I ask you again about the mop I need to make?
Sure.
so, das weiß er ja nicht.
Never mind. How's it going with that nightmare customer guy?
My stuff.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
Stay away from my mop.
Kann man mal probieren, oder? Na gut, dann müssen wir zu der Gouverneurin, die hat es ja gegessen. Die Gouverneurin. Alter, wenn ich immer aus dem Bild rauskomme mit meiner Maus. So, die andere braucht mich schon vom Holz und einen Splitter, damit sie weiß, welche Karte. Ja, Gott. Und er braucht seine Zahnbürste. Warum denn mal gleich fechten? Zick, zack, zack, zack. Ich bin wegen eines Rezept gekommen.
I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
Barbie LaFlay catered that event. I own her cookbook, but I don't know any of the recipes.
Do you know where I can find Barbie LaFlay?
Middle of the Atlantic Ocean? She's halfway back to France by now.
Remind me what you said about the recipe I asked for?
I said I didn't make the food, but I've got the cookbook.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
Sie braucht dieses Buch. Was ist das? Die Geschichte und Reisen, die nicht enden wollen. Das große Buch der Schatzkarte.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
Wie kann ich mir denn das Buch nehmen? Diese. Ach, einmal das Gefeite.
Remind me what you said about the recipe I asked for?
I said I didn't make the food, but I've got the cookbook.
Wie ich denn.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
Ich kann mir das Buch nicht nehmen, weil es mir nicht gibt. Geht aber auch nicht. Müsste man aus dem Haus irgendwie locken. Aber wie? Gott, weiß ich irgendwie nicht mehr weiter. Was ist das für ein Plüschtier? Ich soll den wegschmeißen. Schwamm habe ich. Kekse, Geld, Lupe und einen Schlüssel.
It's soft and extra fuzzy.
Da ist eigentlich nur das Mob herstellen. Den Mob-Stielbaum finden, ja. Dazu brauche ich aber... Nee, warte mal.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work. The note says, forced to close. Thanks.
Bin ich ein bisschen aufgeschmissen, ehrlich gesagt. Nicht so genau weiß, was ich machen soll. Wie soll ich das machen? Was braucht denn Clara?
It's a lot of work being governor.
Was könnte denn Clara brauchen? Geld?
Can I pay you for the book I lost?
I don't need your money.
Was die denn noch brauchen? Schwamm? Nein. Bierchen? Nein. Eine Lupe? Nein. Ich kann die aber auch nicht schwächen, weil die immer gleich kämpfen.
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
Ich muss ja das Buch zurückbringen, jetzt weiß ich's. Das hat die Schlüsselmare.
Hi there.
Hiya. At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Hello again. Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
Would she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Can I get another key made?
Sure. Just write down the serial number and give it to me.
Hello again.
So kann ich
I
jetzt
think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
auch dieses Buch.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Will Pauli den Keks?
It already looks well fed.
Komm nicht weiter. Ich komme nicht weiter. Oh. Da fällt mir doch was ein.
I don't see anything useful here.
Wieso nicht?
It seems to be stuck closed. This key doesn't fit.
Wieso kann er das nicht lesen?
I don't see anything useful here.
Dachte ich, hier komme ich weiter.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. scrollwork is nice, but there are no numbers here. Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? The curtains are for sale too?
Everything
The curtains are for sale too? The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. Not for me. Looks like it's been there forever. Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. Keep up the good work, buddy. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing.
Geschwätzt.
Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder, at all the manufacturer.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities. All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy. Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks. I'll take this disgusting shrunken head.
That's my last one. Quite the bargain.
It says everything must go, but it says it with numbers.
Ich glaube, hier haben wir alles.
It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
So, jetzt haben wir ein Messer, einen Schwamm, einen Schlüssel und eine Lupe.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. I skipped school the day they taught lockpicking.
Ah, okay, machen wir mal anders. Warte mal.
It seems to be stuck closed. I skipped school the day they taught lockpicking.
Hey, da kann ich mal ein blödes Schloss mit dem Messer aufmachen. Das sehen wir in der nächsten Folge. Danke fürs Zusehen. Ciao, ciao, euer Opfi.